So if you're thinking, how do I start this process for my dependents to come into the UK with me? What are the requirements? What is the fee I'm supposed to pay? What are the documents I will be needing? Then this video is for you. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're watching one of my videos for the first time, my name is Atineke, and on this channel I share bits about career, about motherhood, about lifestyle, immigration, anything I think will be helpful to anyone out there I share on this channel. So welcome. And for my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, thank you for being loyal to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And this is a reminder that if you have not subscribed to my channel, you know I'm going to say this. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, share my videos, give them a thumbs up, okay? Now, we have another video today. On today's video, I'll be sharing the application process and the requirements of a dependent visa of people on tier 2 visa and tier 4 visa. Now, you know, for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about relocating to the UK as a carer and the whole application process. Now, some people in the comment section asked me this question, that how do they bring their dependents in with them, or once they come in here, how do they send for their dependents? So I discovered that some people actually don't know, you know, the whole process, the requirements, the fee. So that is why I'm doing today's video. So if you're thinking, how do I start this process for my dependents to come into the UK with me? What are the requirements? What is the fee I'm supposed to pay? What are the documents I will be needing? Then this video is for you. Now, like I said earlier, I'll be talking about that for tier 2 visa and those for tier 4 visa. So dependents of people on tier 4 visas will be people that have their main applicants as students, you know, students on masters, students on PhD will be under the tier 4 visa. And the dependents of people on tier 2 visa would include those on the health and care visa, nurses, doctors, you know, all those skilled workers will be under that. So we'll talk about both. So I know I have my work cut out for me because it's going to be a long one, but I'll try and summarize as quickly as I can. Now let's talk about how much you have to pay for this visa. For the dependents of someone on tier 2 visa, you would have to pay £247 for visa up to 3 years and £479 for visa over 3 years. Most times people apply for the visa you know, below 3 years because that's what is actually popular, that's what they give out. So you know that you're paying £247 per person. So if you're applying as a wife or husband and then your children, it will be £247 per each one of you. So not £247 for the whole family, £247 per person. Now, what are the financial requirements? Now, for you to be able to come in as a dependent, you either have to have a particular amount in your account that you'll be presenting to the Home Office, or the work contract of your husband or your wife or your partner says that the work is willing to take care of you and the other dependents for a period of 1 month. Now, when I did mine, I was able to get a letter from my hospital that said that, you know, simply said they would cover my husband's bill for 1 month. So you can actually ask your employer for this. However, it's not all employers that are willing to give this. So if they are not willing to give you this, then you know you need a particular amount in your account to show, you know, in your account statement to the Home Office. And the amount is £285 for one partner, you know, for the adults, either wife or husband or, you know, boyfriend or girlfriend, £285. And then for a child is £315. However, if you have 2 children, they would let you put £315 in the account for one child and £200 extra for any additional children you have. So say for instance, the wife is coming with 2 children. So that will be £285 in the account for the wife, £315 in the account for one child, and £200 extra for the second child. So this total amount you would have in your account to prove that you can actually take care of your, you know, that those dependents can take care of themselves for a period of 1 month and wouldn't have to rely on the government or public funds. However, if your employer is willing to state it clearly in a letter that they are willing to cover you and your dependents completely, then you wouldn't need the financial requirement. You won't need the bank statements and all that bits, because that's what I did then, and I didn't need a bank statement. Another requirement is the relationship requirement. So I've just grouped this in a way so that I can just explain what is under each requirement. So for the relationship requirement, you need to prove your relationship with the main visa holder. So let's just for the benefit of this video, let's just say main visa holder, I'll just say main, so that I don't have to explain that again. So you need to prove your relationship with the main. Now, how do you prove your relationship? If you're married, you would need your marriage certificate. You need a proof of your change of name as a woman. If you're not married, you need a proof that you guys actually live together. So things like utility bills, like bank statements, anything that connects you guys together. So you can use your utility bill, your bank statement, like I said. But you have to have been with this person for over 2 years to actually be confirmed as the person's partner. Now that is for married and for not married. Now, how about children? You need your child's birth certificate. You would state your name and your spouse's name. You need the mains documents, and the documents include the person's passport or copy of the passport. You need the mains unique application number, like I said. The unique application number is the number that is generated when the person applied for their visa. So you need their UAN. You need the person's BRP. So these are the documents of the main that you would need to process your application as a dependent. Now, these are official documents. Now, the non-official things I've advised people to use, and I've actually worked, because it actually states on the Gov.uk site that these are the official documents you're supposed to submit, marriage certificate, utility bills, proof that you guys live together and all that. Now, what are the non-official documents that you can submit that would help you? Now, you can look for conversations that you guys have had over the years. Let's say like you've exchanged, lovey-dovey emails or messages on WhatsApp, any chat page that you have, or pictures that you guys have together. So if you have, your marriage picture, you just make a photocopy on an A4 paper, because they won't accept like a picture per se. You have to make a photocopy on an A4 paper. So your marriage pictures, or if, say for instance, you have like pictures of yourselves on Instagram, on Facebook, there will be like a date attached to it. So if you've posted a picture like 3, 4, 5 years ago, the date will just show. So just grab that, munch that picture and go print it out on an A4 paper. It's just a perfect way to show them that you just didn't pick this person all up on the street and you're trying to attach their visa. It shows that you are actually with this person and you've been with this person for a long while. So generally, these are the these are the ways to prove that, okay, I am in a relationship with this person and I've been in a relationship with this person for a while. Another thing is you need to pay for the health surcharge. Now, the good thing about the health and care visa is if you're applying as a dependent of someone on the health and care visa, you don't need to pay the health care surcharge, because the government says anybody on the health and care visa or the dependents of people on health and care visa would not need to pay the health surcharge. So you wouldn't need that. However, for people on the general tier 2 visa that are not going through the health and care visa route, you would need to pay the health surcharge, which is £470 per year multiplied by the number of years you're giving on your visa. Okay, as a dependent of someone on the health and care visa, then it takes about 3 weeks processing time. If not, then it takes about 6 to 8 weeks. Now let's talk about the application process of the dependents of someone on a student visa, which is a tier 4 visa. So the first thing is you need the main applicant's document. So like I said earlier, let's just say the main applicant will refer to the person as the main. So you need the main's documents, and the documents include the person's passport or copy of the passport. You would need the CAS number, which is the confirmation of acceptance of study. So the main would already have a CAS number, so you need the main's CAS number. You need the main's unique application number, like I said. The unique application number is the number that is generated when the person applied for their visa. So you need their UAN. You need the person's BRP. So these are the documents of the main that you would need to process your application as a dependent. Now let's talk financial requirements. Now, to process this visa, it takes £470 per dependent. So if you're processing just for yourself, £470, for the number of children that you have, £470 times each and every one of you. And the process takes about 8 weeks. Now, they also require you to have a particular amount in your account. Now, unlike the tier 2 visa where the employer can say, well, I'll cover you for 1 month, you can't do that for the student visa. So you actually have to have the amount needed in your account, which is always like the bottleneck of dependence of people on student visa, because it is a lot of money. Now, how much do you need? £280 per month for each person. So if you have one dependent, that's £680 per month, multiplied by either 9 months or the amount, the number of months you have on your visa, whichever one is shorter. So let's say, for instance, you have 6 months on your visa and you are trying to apply for your dependent visa. It means you need £680 per month, multiplied by 6. instead of the 9 months. However, if you have 12 months on your visa, then it means you need £680 multiplied by 9. So whichever one is shorter is what they say. So either 9 months or the number of months you have on your visa, whichever one is shorter. So £680 per month if you're outside London, and £845 per month if you're within London, because it's more expensive living in London. So this is the amount you need multiplied by the number of months that you'll be in the UK. So either by 9 months or the number of months on your visa, whichever one is shorter. Now that's the financial part of it. Now the same thing applies for proving your relationship with the main for student visa. You know, you have to send in your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, you know, if it's for children, prove that you live together, your utility bills, pictures, you know, together as a family. All these things just makes it more real to the caseworker that you are actually a family, and you guys did not just grab each other that, oh yeah, let me just jump on this person's visa. So, you know, send them pictures of as a family together, copy it out on an A4 paper, send them like conversations you've had together, you know, pictures that you get from social media. Just do a screen munch and get it on an A4 paper. You know, pictures like that prove that you're actually with this person. It's a way to prove your relationship to the caseworker. Now let's talk about accommodation. If the student is bringing in just a partner, then you guys can get like a studio, or you know, a 1-bedroom that allows 2 people to stay in. If the family is coming, like a whole family with children and everything, you need to get a suitable accommodation. So the person applying will need the tenancy agreement that states that this accommodation is suitable for the number of dependents coming in. Other extra documents you will need is your TB certificate, like I said earlier, police clearance. You need to pay for the LSO charge, which is £470 per month times the number of year on the student's visa. So mostly 1 or 2 or 3 years, you would have to multiply that by 470 and pay per person. Another requirement is the accommodation. Now the main has to be able to prove that he has an accommodation for the dependent he's bringing in. So if he's already staying in an apartment that only allows 1, he has to get an apartment that allows the number of dependents he's bringing in. And you would need the person's tenancy agreement. So the tenancy agreement will be part of the documents you'll be submitting when you do your biometrics. Now, another requirement is your TB certificate. Now, this is quite popular. You should know this already, but let me just put it in case you did not know. You need a TB certificate. So, if you're coming in as a dependent, you need your TB certificate, which you would get at the IOM. If you've watched my previous videos, we've talked about getting the TB certificate. Now, if you're also bringing in children on dependent visa, you need to be able to prove that you can care for these children, because the truth is that childcare in the UK is quite tricky. It's unlike, you know, African countries where you have family members that can help you take care of children. Here, you're coming to a strange land, you don't have anyone to help you. So you need to be able to prove that you have, you know, solid plans as per childcare for these children. So it's either you're letting them know that I will be taking care of this child myself. I'll be you know, working part-time, and this is the plans I have. Or the child is, you know, of school age, so he or she will be going to school, and the childminder will be getting them, or my spouse. But you need to be able to prove to them that you have childcare planned. So basically, you can just put that in the letter, because it's always advisable to add a letter to your application of, you know, explaining the situation of things, and the things that you don't have the physical document for, you can explain in a letter. So just be able to prove that you have childcare sorted. Now, if your child is above the age of 18, they can't come as a dependent, or you can't prove that they live with you, then they can apply as your dependent. So the children that can apply as your dependents are those that are below 16, and within the age of 16 to 18, those are actually living with you. Now, how do you apply for any of this dependent visa? You literally just need to go to gov.uk. So if you're applying as the dependent of someone on a student visa, just type in student visa. It will show you like a couple of points, and then you get to a part where it says dependent. So just click on that, and it will take you to the link where you need to apply as a dependent. The same works for health and care visa or any of the tier 2 visas. Just, you know, type in the mains visa type, so health and care visa. It will show you a couple of points. Just scroll down to where you see dependents, click on there, and it will take you to the page where you can apply. So it's just as simple as that. Okay, now I just thought to mention in this video, in case you know, anyone out there did not know, if you're coming on a student visa, I hope everyone knows that once you're done, you know, as a student, because they say they give you 2 years extra in the UK as a student. Once you're done, you know, you have to switch. That 2 years doesn't just come as part of your visa. You have to switch to the graduate visa. guessing that everyone would know how to apply for this, since you already applied for, you know, your student visa and all. It would be around the same process. But if you need, you know, a video about that, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so that's everything you would need, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I just try to explain, you know, as briefly and summarize it as much as possible so that it would be helpful to someone out there. So that's the end of today's video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Take care. Bye bye.